99% of you are not subscribed to the channel. At 1,000 subscribers, I will post a series of special stories. Subscribe now. In the year 3124, humanity was on the brink of annihilation. The Galactic Coalition, an alliance of several advanced civilizations, was losing the war against the Zorathians, a ruthless and technologically superior alien species. Earth and its colonies had suffered devastating losses, and hope was dwindling. Amidst the chaos, a team of archaeologists made a groundbreaking discovery on an uninhabited planet at the edge of the galaxy. Dr. Elena Carter, the lead archaeologist, was a determined woman in her early 40s, known for her tenacity and brilliance in uncovering the mysteries of the past. She stood at the forefront of her team, staring at the massive structure partially buried beneath the sand. It was unlike anything they had ever encountered. The structure seemed to pulsate with a faint energy, as if it were waiting to be awakened. "Get the equipment ready," Elena ordered, her voice filled with excitement. "We need to document everything." As her team set up their equipment, Elena couldn't shake the feeling that they had stumbled upon something extraordinary. The planet, designated PX 919, had been considered unremarkable until a recent survey detected unusual energy readings. Curiosity had led her team here, but what they found was beyond their wildest expectations. The entrance to the structure was sealed, but Liam, her brilliant and somewhat eccentric assistant, managed to decipher the glyphs etched into the doorway. With a hiss, the ancient door slid open, revealing a dark corridor that seemed to stretch endlessly into the depths of the structure. "Stay close and keep your scanners on," Elena instructed her team as they ventured inside. The interior was a labyrinth of corridors and chambers, filled with alien technology and artifacts. The walls were adorned with intricate designs and more of the mysterious glyphs. The team moved cautiously, their lights cutting through the darkness. After hours of exploration, they reached a massive chamber that appeared to be the control room. Holographic displays flickered to life as they entered, casting an eerie glow across the room. At the center of the chamber was a large console, covered in dust and debris. "Let's see if we can power this up," Liam said, already fiddling with the controls. To everyone's astonishment, the console responded. The room hummed with energy as systems came online. A holographic interface appeared, displaying a series of symbols and diagrams. Elena's eyes widened as she recognized the insignia of an ancient human civilization, one that predated known history. "This can't be," she whispered. "This technology is far more advanced than anything we have today. How could it belong to ancient humans?" As they continued to examine the console, a holographic recording activated. An image of a human admiral in an ornate uniform appeared, addressing the viewer. His voice, though distorted by time, was clear and authoritative. "If you are seeing this, then the Sol Invictus has been found. Our mission was to safeguard humanity's future. This ship contains the last hope for our species. Use it wisely." The recording ended, leaving the team in stunned silence. The implications were staggering. This ancient warship, the Sol Invictus, was a relic from a forgotten era, built by an advanced human civilization. The ship's capabilities and purpose were beyond anything they had imagined. "We need to contact the Coalition High Command immediately," Elena said, her voice trembling with excitement and urgency. "This could change everything." Within hours, a fleet of Coalition ships arrived to secure the site and begin the process of restoring the Sol Invictus. Scientists and engineers from across the galaxy worked tirelessly to understand and reactivate the ancient warship. The ship's hull bore intricate designs and glyphs, indicating it was built by an advanced civilization long forgotten. As the restoration progressed, Coalition scientists discovered that the Sol Invictus was powered by an advanced fusion core and equipped with weaponry far surpassing anything in the current arsenal. The ship's defensive systems included energy shields capable of withstanding massive assaults and cloaking technology that rendered it invisible to enemy sensors. But the most astonishing discovery was its artificial intelligence, Athena, an advanced AI designed to operate the ship autonomously if necessary. Athena, once reactivated, provided invaluable insights into the ship's capabilities. She revealed that the Sol Invictus was designed to be a beacon of hope during humanity's darkest hours, capable of turning the tide of any conflict. As coalition leaders deliberated on how best to utilize this newfound asset, the Zorathians launched a surprise attack on a strategic outpost near the planet where the warship was discovered. With no time to lose, Admiral Marcus Lee, a seasoned coalition commander, was assigned to lead the Sol Invictus into battle. The warship, now fully operational, emerged from the planet's atmosphere like a phoenix rising from the ashes. Its sheer size and formidable presence struck fear into the hearts of both allies and enemies alike. Admiral Lee and his crew, guided by Athena, engaged the Zorathian fleet. The Sol Invictus's advanced weaponry decimated the enemy ships with precision and overwhelming force. Energy beams cut through Zorathian hulls like a hot knife through butter, while the ship's shields absorbed and deflected incoming attacks effortlessly. The battle, which had seemed lost, turned in favor of the coalition within minutes. As the Zorathians retreated, the true potential of the Sol Invictus became evident. This ancient warship, a relic from humanity's forgotten past, held the key to victory. But questions remained. Who built this incredible vessel, and why was it abandoned for so long? With the Sol Invictus now in the hands of the Galactic Coalition, a flurry of activity surrounded the ancient warship. Docked at a high-security space station orbiting the planet where it was discovered, the ship became the center of a massive research and restoration effort. Scientists, engineers, and military strategists from across the galaxy worked around the clock, eager to unlock the secrets of this formidable relic. Dr. Elena Carter was among the key figures overseeing the project. Her discovery had thrust her into a position of unprecedented influence and responsibility. She moved through the bustling corridors of the space station, her mind racing with possibilities. The presence of Athena, the ship's AI, promised answers to many of the questions surrounding the Sol Invictus. In a secured chamber aboard the warship, Athena's holographic form flickered to life. She appeared as a dignified woman, with an air of calm authority. Her eyes, though artificial, conveyed a depth of knowledge and wisdom. "Welcome, Dr. Carter," Athena said, her voice smooth and resonant. "I trust you are eager to learn about the Sol Invictus." "Indeed, Athena," Elena replied, trying to contain her excitement. "We need to understand this ship's capabilities and history. Can you provide us with a comprehensive overview?" Athena nodded. "Of course. The Sol Invictus was constructed during what you might call humanity's first golden age, approximately 10,000 years ago. Our civilization had achieved remarkable advancements in technology, science, and exploration. However, a series of cataclysmic events, including wars and natural disasters, led to the collapse of this advanced society. The knowledge and technology were lost to time, and humanity reverted to a more primitive state." Elena listened intently, absorbing the information. "So this ship was designed to protect humanity's future?" "Yes," Athena confirmed. "The Sol Invictus was a flagship of a fleet intended to safeguard and preserve human civilization. It was equipped with the most advanced technology of its time, including energy weapons, adaptive shields, and stealth capabilities. Additionally, the ship's AI was designed to operate independently if necessary, ensuring its mission could continue even if the crew were incapacitated." As Athena spoke, coalition engineers and scientists continued to work on the ship, deciphering its systems and restoring its full functionality. The more they learned, the more they realized the immense power and potential of the Sol Invictus. It was a weapon of unprecedented might, capable of altering the balance of power in the galaxy. Meanwhile, Admiral Marcus Lee was preparing his crew for the daunting task ahead. A veteran of many battles, Lee was known for his strategic brilliance and calm under pressure. He understood the importance of the Sol Invictus and the responsibility that came with commanding it. "Listen up," Lee addressed his officers during a briefing. "This ship is our best hope for turning the tide against the Zorathians. We've seen what it can do, but we need to be ready to harness its full potential. Athena will assist us, but it's up to us to ensure that the Sol Invictus performs flawlessly in combat." The officers nodded, their expressions a mix of determination and awe. They knew they were part of something historic, a mission that could decide the fate of the galaxy. As the restoration neared completion, a sense of urgency permeated the space station. Reports had come in of a massive Zorathian fleet gathering near a key coalition outpost. The timing couldn't have been worse, but it also presented an opportunity to showcase the Sol Invictus's capabilities in a critical engagement. With the ship fully operational, Athena provided a detailed briefing on the upcoming battle. Holographic projections displayed the positions of enemy ships and the coalition's defenses. Athena's strategic insights were invaluable, offering new tactics and maneuvers that could exploit the weaknesses of the Zorathian fleet. The day of the battle arrived. The Sol Invictus, with Admiral Lee at the helm and Athena coordinating its systems, emerged from the space station with a coalition fleet in tow. As they approached the besieged outpost, the Zorathian ships came into view, a formidable armada poised for destruction. "All systems online," Athena reported. "Weapons and shields at full capacity. Engaging stealth mode." The warship shimmered and vanished from enemy sensors, a ghostly presence moving through the void. The Zorathians, caught off guard by the sudden disappearance of such a massive vessel, scrambled to adjust their tactics. "Prepare to engage," Admiral Lee commanded. "Target their command ships first. Let's show them the power of the Sol Invictus." The ancient warship decloaked in the midst of the Zorathian fleet, unleashing a torrent of energy beams that sliced through enemy vessels with lethal precision. The coalition ships, emboldened by the presence of the Sol Invictus, pressed the attack, exploiting the chaos and confusion sown by the surprise assault. The Zorathians attempted to regroup, their flagship directing a counter-offensive. But Athena's tactical brilliance, combined with the ship's advanced systems, outmaneuvered and outgunned the alien fleet. Energy beams from the Sol Invictus struck with pinpoint accuracy, neutralizing key targets and crippling the enemy's command structure. In the heat of battle, Admiral Lee remained focused and composed. "Maintain formation. Don't let them regroup. Athena, redirect power to forward shields." As the battle raged on, the Zorathians' resolve began to crumble. The sheer firepower and strategic superiority of the Sol Invictus were overwhelming. One by one, enemy ships were destroyed or forced to retreat. Within hours, the once mighty Zorathian fleet was in full retreat, their morale shattered. The coalition forces, victorious and emboldened, secured the outpost and celebrated their triumph. The Sol Invictus had proven its worth, not just as a powerful warship, but as a symbol of hope and resilience. Back at the space station, Dr. Elena Carter reviewed the data and recordings from the battle. The Sol Invictus had performed beyond their wildest expectations, but she knew this was just the beginning. The ship's origins and capabilities hinted at a much larger story, one that could reshape humanity's understanding of its own history. Athena appeared beside her, a calm presence amidst the flurry of activity. "We have only scratched the surface of what the Sol Invictus can do, Dr. Carter. There is much more to learn." Elena nodded, her mind racing with possibilities. "And we will, Athena. Together, we'll unlock the secrets of this ship and ensure that humanity's future is secure." As the coalition prepared for the next phase of the war, the Sol Invictus stood ready, a beacon of hope in a galaxy fraught with danger. The ancient warship, a relic from humanity's forgotten past, had returned to fulfill its destiny. With the Sol Invictus leading the charge, the Galactic Coalition launched a series of counteroffensives against the Zorathians. The ancient warship's presence on the battlefield boosted morale and instilled a newfound sense of hope among the beleaguered forces. Each engagement ended swiftly, with the Zorathians suffering heavy losses. The tide of the war had indeed turned, but the coalition knew the ultimate test was yet to come. Intelligence reports indicated that the Zorathian High Command was amassing a massive fleet for a final, decisive assault on the coalition's homeworlds. The fate of the galaxy hung in the balance. Admiral Marcus Lee and his crew aboard the Sol Invictus prepared for what would be their greatest battle yet. The coalition High Command convened a war council to strategize. Holographic displays showed the Zorathian fleet's movements, a terrifyingly large armada converging on the coalition's core systems. Representatives from various species and factions debated tactics and contingencies, but all eyes were on Admiral Lee and Athena for the final decision. "We can't let them reach our homeworlds," Admiral Lee stated, his voice steady. "We need to intercept them before they get any closer. Athena, what's our best approach?" Athena's holographic form appeared beside him, her expression calm and analytical. Given the size and composition of the Zorathian fleet, a direct confrontation would be costly. However, we can exploit their overconfidence. They believe they have the upper hand, so a strategic ambush using our stealth capabilities could catch them off guard and inflict maximum damage. The plan was set. The Sol Invictus, accompanied by a select group of coalition ships, would engage the Zorathians in a carefully orchestrated ambush at the outskirts of the core systems. The rest of the coalition fleet would be positioned to support and reinforce as needed. As the fleet mobilized, Admiral Lee addressed his crew one last time. "Today, we fight not just for our survival, but for the future of all sentient beings in this galaxy. The Sol Invictus will be our shield and our sword. We will show the Zorathians that humanity's spirit cannot be extinguished." The crew, a mix of seasoned veterans and fresh recruits, responded with a unified cheer. They knew the stakes, and they were ready to face whatever came their way. The journey to the ambush point was tense, but filled with a sense of purpose. The Sol Invictus cloaked itself and led the vanguard, its advanced stealth systems rendering it invisible to enemy sensors. As they approached the designated location, the massive Zorathian fleet came into view, an imposing force stretching across the void. "All systems online," Athena reported. "Weapons and shields at full capacity, initiating ambush protocols." The Sol Invictus and its accompanying ships decloaked simultaneously, unleashing a torrent of firepower on the unsuspecting Zorathians. Energy beams, missiles, and kinetic projectiles struck with devastating precision, tearing through enemy formations. The Zorathians, caught off guard, scrambled to regroup and retaliate. Admiral Lee remained calm, issuing commands with practiced precision. "Focus on their command ships. We need to disrupt their coordination." Athena's tactical brilliance guided the coalition forces, identifying weak points and orchestrating complex maneuvers that maximized their effectiveness. The Sol Invictus moved through the chaos with grace, its shields deflecting incoming fire and its weapons wreaking havoc on the enemy fleet. Despite the initial success, the Zorathians quickly adapted, their flagship, the Obliterator, taking command of the situation. The Obliterator was a colossal warship, bristling with weaponry and defended by formidable shields. It began to target the Sol Invictus, unleashing a barrage of destructive energy. The two titans clashed, exchanging blows that lit up the darkness of space. The Sol Invictus's shields held, but the sheer power of the Obliterator's attacks strained their limits. Admiral Lee and Athena coordinated a daring strategy, using the Sol Invictus's superior agility to outmaneuver the enemy while delivering punishing counterattacks. "We need to disable their flagship," Lee declared. "Athena, divert all available power to the main cannons. We have to end this now." Athena's holographic form flickered as she rerouted energy and adjusted targeting algorithms. Targeting the Obliterator's central reactor. Firing sequence initiated. The Sol Invictus unleashed a concentrated beam of energy, piercing the Obliterator's shields and striking its core. The Zorathian flagship shuddered, explosions rippling along its hull. In a final, desperate move, the Obliterator fired back, a massive energy surge aimed directly at the Sol Invictus. "Brace for impact," Lee shouted. The ship rocked violently as the energy blast struck, but the shields held, barely. The crew, dazed but unharmed, quickly regained their composure. On the view screen, the Obliterator erupted in a brilliant explosion, fragments scattering into the void. With their flagship destroyed, the Zorathian fleet's cohesion collapsed. Coalition forces pressed the advantage, picking off the remaining enemy ships one by one. The once mighty Zorathian armada was reduced to a scattered, fleeing remnant. The battle was over. The coalition had won a decisive victory, and the Zorathian threat was effectively neutralized. Back aboard the Sol Invictus, Admiral Lee addressed his crew, his voice filled with pride and relief. We did it. We showed them what humanity and our allies are capable of. Today, we secured the future of the galaxy. Dr. Elena Carter, who had watched the battle from the command center, approached Lee and Athena. The Sol Invictus has lived up to its legacy, but there's still so much we don't know about its creators and their intentions. Athena nodded. Indeed, Dr. Carter, the ship holds many secrets yet to be uncovered. Together, we will continue to explore its depths and ensure its knowledge benefits all of humanity. As the coalition celebrated their hard-fought victory, the Sol Invictus stood as a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of humanity. The ancient warship, once a relic from a forgotten past, had become the savior of the present and a beacon of hope for the future. The legend of the Sol Invictus would be remembered for generations to come, a symbol of the enduring spirit and strength of humanity and its allies in the face of overwhelming odds.